Welcome to NeoNexus. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Tensions between China and Japan have surged dramatically in late 2025, drawing in the United States and raising concerns not just regionally, but across the globe. China's bold military maneuvers, near Japanese territory, are widely seen as deliberate provocations, testing both Japan's resolve and the strength of the US-Japan alliance in the face of growing uncertainty. In response, Japan has rapidly strengthened its defenses and deepened diplomatic ties, while the United States has demonstrated clear, decisive support, sending a strong message to Beijing and the world. This crisis is rooted in a complex, often fraught history between China and Japan, but it has escalated sharply due to China's increasingly assertive actions and the US's unwavering commitment to maintaining regional stability. In this episode, we'll break down China's provocations, the coordinated US-Japan response, and why Japan's non-nuclear stance is under more scrutiny now than ever before. This standoff isn't just about two countries, it's a pivotal moment for Asia's security, with ripple effects that could reshape the global order and impact international relations for years to come. Stay with us as we dive into the key events, analyze the stakes, and explore what this gathering storm means for the world at large. China's recent actions have sharply increased tensions with Japan, sending shockwaves through the region and raising concerns among neighboring countries. The PLA has ramped up both naval and air operations near Japanese territory, with warships and fighter jets regularly testing Japan's defenses and readiness. These maneuvers are happening with greater frequency and intensity, putting Japanese forces on constant alert. These aren't routine drills, they're part of a sustained campaign to challenge Japan's control, probe its response times, and exhaust its military resources. The pressure is relentless, designed to wear down Japan's resolve over time. China's strategy, known as gray zone warfare, keeps pressure high without crossing into open conflict. By operating in this ambiguous space, China avoids direct war while still advancing its interests. Diplomatically, Beijing has lashed out at Japanese leaders, especially over comments on Taiwan, aiming to silence criticism and intimidate others. These sharp rebukes are meant to send a message not just to Japan, but to the entire region. This mix of military and diplomatic coercion is a clear attempt to shift the regional balance in China's favor, challenging the status quo and testing the resolve of its neighbors. The US-Japan alliance is being tested like never before, as China pushes to reshape East Asia's security order. Both nations are under pressure to demonstrate unity and strength in the face of these provocations. The world is watching to see how far Beijing will go, and how firmly Tokyo and Washington will respond. The outcome of this standoff could redefine the future of security and stability in the entire Asia-Pacific region. The US has answered China's pressure with a clear and resolute response, making it evident that it will not stand by in the face of intimidation. Through unmistakable military support for Japan, the US is sending a message of solidarity and commitment to its ally. The arrival of the USS George Washington in Yokosuka, one of the most advanced aircraft carriers in the world, marks a significant moment in the alliance. Joint air drills, featuring B-52 bombers flying alongside Japanese fighter jets, sent a powerful message of deterrence and operational readiness to any potential adversary. These actions demonstrate that the US-Japan alliance is more than just diplomatic words. It's a partnership backed by real, coordinated military force and seamless cooperation. Public military exercises not only reassure Japan's citizens of their nation's security, but also show the world that Japan is not alone. These visible displays of unity warn China that any act of aggression will be met with a swift and unified resistance from both nations. This ongoing show of strength is central to the US Indo-Pacific strategy, aiming to keep the region free, open, and stable for all nations. By standing firmly with Japan, the US upholds the rules-based order that has helped maintain peace and prosperity in East Asia for decades. The alliance remains the cornerstone of regional security, providing stability and reassurance in a time of rising uncertainty and global tension. US support for Japan isn't just military, it's political and diplomatic too. In December 2025, Congress passed a bipartisan resolution condemning China's coercion and reaffirming the US-Japan alliance. This move signals to Beijing that American backing for Japan runs deep across all branches of government. Secretary of State Marco Rubio emphasized the US's firm partnership with Japan, while keeping diplomatic channels open with China. The US strategy combines deterrence with dialogue, aiming to prevent miscalculation while standing by its ally. These actions reassure Japan and warn China that the US commitment is unwavering. Hard power and diplomacy together make the alliance a formidable force for stability in the Indo-Pacific. Amid rising threats, Japan has reaffirmed its three non-nuclear principles: no possession, production, or hosting of nuclear weapons. This policy, rooted in Japan's post-war identity, remains firm despite calls to reconsider as China and North Korea expand their arsenals. By holding to these principles, Japan signals its commitment to peace and non-proliferation, relying on US security guarantees instead of its own nuclear deterrent. If Japan abandoned this stance, it could trigger a dangerous arms race in Asia. Japan's position strengthens global non-proliferation efforts and underscores its preference for a rules-based order over nuclear brinkmanship. In this crisis, Japan's non-nuclear policy is both a moral stand and a strategic choice. US leaders have spoken with one voice in support of Japan. Representative Young Kim's resolution and statements from other key lawmakers show bipartisan resolve to back Japan against Chinese pressure. Secretary of State Rubio reaffirmed the US-Japan alliance as a top priority, while also seeking ways to manage competition with China. This dual approach, deterrence and diplomacy, aims to protect US interests and prevent escalation. Public statements reassure Japan and signal to Beijing that the US is fully engaged. The clarity and unity from both Congress and the administration leave no doubt about America's commitment. The world is watching these signals closely. This isn't just a regional spat, it's a global flashpoint. The Indo-Pacific stability underpins the world economy. Any conflict here could disrupt trade and trigger global instability. China's actions challenge the international rules-based order, testing whether might will replace law. The US-Japan alliance is under scrutiny, with America's credibility as a global security guarantor on the line. A strong response reassures allies worldwide. Weakness could embolden authoritarian regimes and shift the global balance of power. This crisis is a microcosm of 21st century geopolitics, territorial disputes, economic ties, and the clash of political systems. How leaders manage this standoff will shape global security and cooperation for years to come. The stakes are high, and the world is watching.